No matter who you are or where you work, it is inevitable that you will have to deal with a difficult person at some point. For many of us, those interactions will happen several times a day. These difficult people can be inmates, clients, supervisors, or coworkers. You can't reason with unreasonable people, but more importantly, you can't slap the shit out of them either. Here are 10 tips to help you deal with difficult people and avoid a harassment charge. Tip number 9 is a personal favorite. Tip number 1, listen. When you listen to understand, not that bullshit fake listening where you're just thinking about what you're going to say next. Everyone wants to feel heard, and nothing can progress until that happens. Tip number 2, practice empathy. Put yourself in their shoes. You never know what's going on in their personal life. Their spouse could be having an affair with their supervisor for all you know. We all go through hard times that can affect the way we interact with people. Tip number 3, develop a rapport. Getting to know someone a little better can give you insight into why they are the way they are. No one is saying that you have to befriend every asshole that you come across, but having genuine interest or concern for someone else can lead them to treating you with more respect. Tip number 4, don't take it personally. If someone is rude or dismissive to you on a regular basis, it may be easy to see it as they just don't like you. Oftentimes, it actually has nothing to do with you. Some people are just terrible at communicating or expressing themselves. Realizing that it isn't personal can allow you to think about how to move forward with them. Tip number 5, don't react. Sometimes difficult people do shit just to get a rise out of you. Kind of like teenagers that mess with mom until she snaps and then they want to act all innocent and hurt when she goes off on them. Don't go off. Don't give them what they want and they'll eventually move on to make someone else miserable. Tip number 5.5, share this video with a friend because they are dealing with difficult people too, I promise. Tip number 6, kill them with kindness. No matter how poorly a person is treating you, do not match their energy. Treat them with kindness and respect during the interaction. It may not always make them see the error of their ways, but it can be a fun way to be petty without being obvious. Tip number 7, establish boundaries. Some people are real thick-headed and need to be told outright that their behavior is unacceptable. Stand up for yourself and respectfully tell them how you expect to be treated if they intend to interact with you. Tip number 8, practice self-reflection. Are you the drama? If everyone that you cross paths with rubs you the wrong way, you may be the problem. There may be something about you that causes people to react in a negative way. Take a good long look in the mirror because the true dickhead might be staring back at you. Tip number 9, eject. There may come a time when the only reasonable response is to just walk away. Don't storm off and slam doors because then you look like the lunatic that can't control themselves. Simply walk away. Better yet, learn how to moonwalk. Imagine knowing that a person spent the rest of their day trying to figure out why the fuck you suddenly moonwalked away from them. Tip number 10, get a supervisor involved. If someone at work has become so difficult to deal with that they're messing with your coin, it's time to get someone else involved. Give specific examples of the behavior and how it's affecting your ability to do your job. These tips are not one size fits all, so you may have to be flexible in the way that you deal with the shitheads around you. If you have any tips on how to deal with difficult people without violence, drop them below. The struggle is real, and you may have advice that can help someone stay out of jail.